Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm kind of excited because I haven't done one of these videos like in the longest time. I'm gonna do a review on the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. And yeah, I think this is kind of new but like pretty old. Maybe it's just really old and I don't know. But you know, college broke girl. So I barely got it. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I want to try this out to see. Like, honestly, the colors in here, so beautiful. Like, so summery or spring. They just look beautiful. But, you know, we have to test them out and see if they're actually good. You know what I mean? So, I was just going to do, like, one look just to test it out. But, you know, you can never fully test out a product with just one look. So I was just looking at this, looking at the colors. Actually, I haven't swatched any of them because I have this theory that going in with my finger and like finger swatching, like I have oils on my fingers, and then I don't know if that like messes up like the whole the whole formula or whatever. I might be just crazy, but I just wanted to experiment with it first, so I didn't swatch it, like, you know what I mean? So anyways, I was just looking at the palette, and then on the back, it literally has like gives you 3 different looks that you can make with this palette. And it just got me thinking, like, why don't people, I'm pretty sure people do this. Sorry about my hair also, but like, you know what? People should start doing, like, when they review a palette, they should literally do like maybe at least like 3 looks for one palette, because you can't really test out a palette by just doing one look, you know what I mean? Because you don't really use all the colors. So I'm gonna do 3 looks with one palette. I am gonna do them all in one day. I was gonna do them like multiple days, but little miss girl over here doesn't wake up early enough, and it's literally been cloudy every day, and I'm literally leaving to college in like 3 days or something, so I'm not gonna have time to do any more videos. And I said I was gonna do hella videos, but I guess not. So that was a big intro. Let's just get into the video. I'm gonna do like little montages. Is that how you say it? You're just gonna see me do look number 1, and they call this look Lemonade Pop. So for Lemonade Pop, we're gonna be using Sunnies, which is this like white yellow color right here. Then we're gonna be taking Old Fashioned, which is this brown color right here. And then we're gonna take Lemonade Craze, which is this beautiful yellow shade right here that I'm so excited for. And then the last one, we're gonna use Main Squeeze, which is also super duper pretty. I have already primed my eyelids with concealer because that's what I do. I want to give it a fair shot. This is what I do with every eye look that I ever do. I'm just gonna kind of pat it in, but let's get started. one is done. I did decide only to do one eye just so it can make the process easier. So I can have 1, 2, and then I'll clean it off, and then the third one I'll do both eyes, hopefully. There's not a lot of daylight that I can use. But this is the first look. I'm not gonna apply any mascara or anything just because I'm gonna do another eye look. So I'm gonna kind of explain what I did and how I feel and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? It's gonna be kind of a long video, but it's gonna be worth it because you guys will know if this is worth it at the end. So I started off with using the shade Sunnies, which is just like a light yellowy kind of color. I didn't really notice anything with it, like nothing good or bad, or nothing bad. It's kind of good, I guess. It's just like a white shade that you can use to like set your concealer. I do know that a lot of people, hello folks, I do know that a lot of people don't use like setting like powders like that, like they don't set the concealer anymore. But you can also use this to kind of highlight your brow bone area. You can also use it as just like a normal shade and like pat it like how I did with the yellow instead, and that also creates a nice look. So I think that shade is pretty good. The next shade I used is Old Fashioned, and this shade is actually pretty dang pigmented and it blends super nice. As you guys can see, the brown, it's just, I love it. Like, it's a little too dark to be using this like as a natural shade or whatever. I don't like my browns to be that dark, but it is really nice to kind of darken up the outer crease and stuff. So I think I really like that shade. Next shade is a little bit disappointing, and it's the yellow. I did use it first, like just like that. I was just kind of doing how I did the rest. Maybe since I did set my concealer, it just wasn't like bright enough. Like on the pan it looks super bright and super nice, but on the eyes it doesn't. And then I kind of went in with foundation, as you guys saw, my Rimmel Stay Matte foundation, and kind of like tapped it in, and it kind of made it better, but it's still not as like boom in your face as I wanted it to be. Like in the palette it kind of does look more brighter than this. It kind of looks like the shade is the same, but I wanted it to be more pigmented and it's not that pigmented. So that's kind of a bummer, but it does look pretty nice still, even though it's not pigmented. It's, if you're more of like that low-key kind of gal, then you'll like this shade. The last shade I use, of course, is Main Squeeze, and that's just in my inner corner, like laying in there. And I do like this shade. It's very buttery in the, like when you pick it up, super buttery. I mean, all these shades are super buttery, but this shade is extra buttery, I guess. And it's really nice, but it's kind of a lot of glitter. Not like glitter, but like tiny little glitters, more than pigment. What I like my inner corner to look like sometimes, it's more of like not glittery, but more like shiny. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I mean, but it still looks really nice. I don't think this would look like super duper nice on the brow bone since it's so glittery. I like more of like a highlight shade, or I have this one from my Kylie Cosmetics from the Burgundy palette, the shade Naked right here. Super duper nice for the brow bone because it's not shiny. It's like not shiny. It's not like glittery. It's like it picks up the light very nicely and it just makes you look like so beautiful. But yeah, that's kind of my first impressions for those, what was it, 4 shades? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's literally only 4 shades. I really like how they have the little instructions here, because it's, if you're not that like good with makeup, like I'm not even good with makeup, so this actually helped me create this look. So yeah, that's my first impressions for those 4 shades. So pretty much I liked all of them. Only the yellow one was a little bit of a bummer, so we're gonna move on. So the next look is called Pink Lemonade. This is just the names make me like go get a lemonade right now. We're gonna be using the shade Berry Ice. Which one's that one? Ooh, it's like this nice pinky nude shade. Then we're gonna be using Old Fashioned once again. And we're gonna use Ice Pop. Where is Ice Pop? Ooh, that's a nice color. It's this reddish, pinkish, burgundy color. Super nice. And then the last color we're gonna use is Strawberry Lemonade, which is this very like glittery pink shade right here, which it looks so freaking beautiful. Hopefully it's not as like glittery as the main squeeze color. So we're gonna try it out on our left eye. Second eye look you guys saw. I kind of zoomed you guys in, zoomed you guys out. It was kind of crazy. It's a kind of weird look, like how the instructions they gave. I wouldn't necessarily do this, but it doesn't look bad. I'm pretty sure, you know, with mascara and stuff, I don't want to judge it without like the mascara, or if you like to put lashes with the lashes, because lashes and mascara always make a difference. And also like I'm not gonna do the lower lash line because they don't really tell you what to do, but you can of course do it yourself. I'm just testing out the shades and how they work. So for this one, Berry Ice, the pinky nude shade, it's the same thing as Sunnies, as the other light shade. It's just like a light shade. You can't really go wrong with that. There is color to it, so if you put it on, you can't tell the little pinky nudish shade. So I like that. For the, you know, old fashioned, still good. I do want to say that it's very buildable, so I also like that about that shade. I think that's like the only, that old fashioned and the two light matte shades are the only two that I'm like loving right now. Then I did go in with this color here, the pinky burgundy kind of, and it's, as you guys can tell, it's there, but it's not as like a pop like it is in the pan. Like Lemonade Craze and that pinky purple shade, not pinky purple, that pinky freaking burgundy shade, they look just more like they have more oomph in the pan, but on the lid it's not there. I do want to like later on try this Ice Pop shade with like concealer on the bottom, how I did the yellow, to see if it maybe pops more. But so far, those two shades that I was most excited for, yeah, it's not really there for me. The next shade I used was, the next and the last shade I used was Strawberry Lemonade, which this pinky, it was this pinky glittery shade, and honestly, I freaking love it. It's not as like intense as, you know, maybe a Morphe one. I have like my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, like the first two light shades, those are intense. Or like there's this other shade that I forgot, but I literally use it almost all the time. I usually like them more glittery, but guess what, like this was only $10, so I can't really complain. It's beautiful for the shade range. I mean, if you can like pack more, you know what, you can also use setting spray. I'm gonna do that right now. It is very buttery as well. I feel like all the glitter shades are buttery. Yeah, see, it gives it a little bit more oomph, but it's just not as much as I want it to. But for like all you guys that are like natural makeup, this is so nice. It's like a nice shiny, I don't want to say glittery, like a nice shiny shade. Very, very beautiful. For look number 3, we're gonna be using the shades Sherbet. Which one is it? Oh, it's this light pink shade right here, the very long one. Then we're gonna be taking Sweet Tea, which is this one. I freaking love this one. I don't know why. I like the name. I like everything about that one. That would be such a nice, it's like a nice purple brown shade. And then we're gonna take Coral Punch, which is this pink one right here. And then we're gonna take Citrus, which is right here. So all in all, we're gonna use every single shade in here except Sugar Control, which is this like copper shade right here, and it looks really nice. But we're gonna be trying every single color in this palette except one shade. So we're back with the whole eye look. I feel like I'm too zoomed in. Sorry about the hair. You guys already know that I'm not really much of a hair person. This is what you guys get. But we're here because we wanted to try out this Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. So this is the third look. I'm gonna zoom you guys back in just so you guys can see. It's really nice, actually. You know, it's really natural. Sorry, I'm moving the camera way too much. Like, you guys can see, super natural. This actually looks so nice for, you know, maybe people that are just starting off with makeup. This just looks so beautifully natural. Oh, I'm gonna give you guys the overview of this last look before I go over the whole palette. So we went in with Sherbet, which is another one of those light matte shades, and once again, I really have no complaints with those shades. They just, you know, you pack it on and you brush it off. This had a little bit less pigment than the Berry Ice because the Berry Ice is more pink. This is still pink, but like a very pale pink. So the next shade we used is Sweet Tea, which is beautiful. It's one of those brown matte shades, and I don't think you can really go wrong with a brown matte shade. That shade was just freaking beautiful. It blends super nice. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use this as like a everyday color because it's beautiful. You guys can see it on there. It's not dark as the old-fashioned one, but it's still, you can tell that you have a nice brown color in your crease. Then we used Coral Punch, which once again I was a little disappointed. It's the shade I'm using on all of my lid. It's just a very light pink, like you can see the pink. I was a little bit disappointed as well. I feel like the matte, like the pop of colors in here, like the matte ones, like the yellow, the pink, and this other pink, like it's just an owl of colors right here. They're kind of very disappointing because they're not as pigmented as you think they are gonna be, and how they're presented in the pan. They're just a little bit toned down, which is nice, as I said, if you guys are new to like makeup stuff. Or also, I can also excuse it because it's only $10. Like, that's only 3 colors in the whole palette that I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? Even though they're the main colors of the palette, because that's literally the only reason I bought it, because of that yellow, that pink, I mean those 2 pinks literally. But nonetheless, it still looks pretty good on the eyes. Like, you can tell that there's something there. The last shade we used is Citrus, which is the other shimmery color. This shade right here. It's like a nice, it has like a shift of gold and pink. On the eyes it's just gold. I can't really see like a shift. It literally just applies gold, but in the pan there's like a shift. But this shade is not like the main squeeze one, which is like glittery. This is more of that color that I like on my inner corners. That's just like, it catches the light very nicely, but it is a little bit too dark for me. I'm pretty sure if you're a darker complexion, that citrus color is gonna be so beautiful. It would even look freaking cute as like a highlight, but not for me because I'm not, like, it'll just look like brown kind of, so it doesn't look nice. But maybe if you're darker skin toned, you can try and use this as a highlight because it's literally gold. So that's pretty much the whole review for look number 3. So now for the whole review for the whole palette in general. So it's $10, well, at least it was $10 for me, so I spent $10 on it. I think it's a freaking good palette for the money it's worth. I loved all the pale shades in here. There's really not much you can do with them other than kind of like set your foundation. I mean, set your concealer or your eye primer, or you can also use it as like a lid shade, but it's not really much you can do with them. But they're still nice. The shimmery colors I loved. Citrus is a little bit too dark for my inner corners, but I'm pretty sure it'll look super nice on the lid. Main squeeze I love. It's just a little bit too glittery for my taste for the inner corner, but on the lid it'll also look really nice. What's the other color? Strawberry Lemonade. It wasn't as intense as I wanted it to be, but it's still freaking nice. The Pop of Color shades, you guys already know how I feel about them. They're nice. They're just not at what I expected it to be, but for the price, I don't really want to complain. The 2 brown shades here, super duper pigmented, super nice and blendable. Sweet Tea is just my favorite because it's a more toned down brown. Old Fashioned is just more if you want to darken up that outer corner. And I didn't try Sugar Coated, but you know what? I'm just gonna swatch it with my finger. Gonna show you guys how it looks. It's literally just a copper shade, so this is how it looks like on my finger, and then we're gonna swatch it here. It looks super pigmented and it's super nice actually. Look how it looks in the like light. So my final thoughts is that if you're really starting off with makeup and want to kind of explore the little pops of color while still being kind of natural, this is a really nice palette, and it's only $10, so it won't like hurt you or anything. I'm a broke college student and I still could afford it, so yeah, this is a really nice palette, and that's my final review. Hopefully you guys like this review. I kind of feel like it's literally all over the place because I like did 3 different looks, but I feel like that's more better, and I actually got to test the products to their full potential. I'm sorry if this is a long video, but I'd rather like my videos to be longer and you guys can like get more information out of it than having like a 5-minute video and literally not testing the product correctly. So that's it for my video today, guys. I hope you guys like it. Please make sure to like this video if you guys like my reviews, and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can do more reviews. I am going back to college soon, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. I'll still try to do as much videos as I possibly can, but I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it's not too far away from this video. Bye.